You know what, sis? The truth is, it's a faith thing. Some of us, we've heard about stories of faith. We've heard about have faith in God. But do we really understand how this translates in real life? And when we're looking at the scriptures and we're looking at great men who walked the faith walk, it's good we learn from them. Let's understand strategy on how to apply faith. And let's look at Rahab. Majority of us know about Rahab, okay? An unbeliever in Jericho who was, had an opportunity to save the spies because God has already promised that he was going to give Jericho to the Israelites, right? And now Joshua sent the spies to go kind of survey the land to kind of understand how, things are there so that they can plan, to take over Jericho. But Rahab now, she had the opportunity. But it's so funny because Rahab was an unbeliever, but she believed in the power of God. And when she was speaking to the spies, she said, I know your God is powerful. He opened up the Red Sea and you and your countrymen went through as of dry ground. Okay, he gave you victory over certain wars that you fought. So she had heard the stories about the power of God and she had fear of God. And the funny thing is, even the people in Jericho were terrified. They were afraid. They had the fear of God. And then when you look at that, it's good for us to just pause. That unbelievers have the fear of God. And they respond with faith because they have the fear of God, because they know that God says what he means and he means what he says. So now Rahab had an opportunity to save her family by applying faith. What did she do? She hid the spies. And when the soldiers came and said, where are the spies? She said, I don't know. I haven't seen them. She lied. Most religious folks will be like, oh, she lied. That's not how it's supposed to be. But you see, when you have the fear of God, when you know that if you don't do the right thing, something terrible can happen. Okay? That's like a life and death moment. She had to lie just to save the spies. And the next thing she did was to negotiate, because now they were looking for the spies. She knew that, these spies are certainly going to come back and they're going to destroy Jericho. She said to them, please save my family. Promise me that when you come back that you will save my family. And the same way she extended a hand of help to the Israelites, the spies, the same way they also extended a hand. She gave them a rope. She said, go down through the fence, okay? Go to a certain place, stay there for 3 days, and after then you can go back. By then the search should have been over. And they told her, this rope is going to be a sign. Leave this rope. If anybody, as long as the person is in this house, nothing will happen to that person. So Rahab took that step of faith. She saved herself and she saved her family. Number 3, what did Rahab experience? She experienced God's reward. Because when the Israelites came back to bring down Jericho, Rahab and her family, they were safe. An unbeliever, but she understood that God was a rewarder of those that diligently seek him. And it paid off for her. Because when we look in the Bible, what is faith? Faith is confidence in the power, in the kindness, and in the goodness of God. The Bible says those that believe in the Lord, those that trust in the Lord must first believe that God is a rewarder, that he exists and is a rewarder of those that diligently seek him. Okay? So when we say we have faith, we need to know that if we put that faith to work, God will always reward our efforts. So have you been trying to work your faith and it's like you try, you stop, you're like, oh, maybe it doesn't work. Sis, continue trying. Faith always produces results. But you must first believe that God exists and is a rewarder. Just the way Rahab experienced God's reward, you must know that God will always reward your efforts. Nothing you do in the name of the Lord is ever useless. And so in case you forget, anytime, know that without faith, it's impossible to please God. Those that come to God must first believe that God exists and is a rewarder of those that diligently seek him. So just like Rahab, put your faith to work. Have the fear of God. Let that cause you to walk in faith. Number 2, negotiate. action based on the leading. Okay, know that, okay, if I do this, this is going to come around for me. Know that and believe that God will surely and always reward your effort.